What's up, guys?
Welcome to
different reactions. Okay, in this video we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be reacting to 10 people who survived the impossible. Do you have any predictions?
Some people survived from shark.
Okay, I put you on the spot, but you came up with a good one. From maybe like bullets in their heads. Something like that.
That's a good one.
Or maybe like hit by a train.
Hit by a train?
Oh, maybe no one can survive. A slow train.
You think they are Spider-Man, Iron Man?
Let's see.
Superpower.
22-year-old Vesna Volovic did the impossible when she emerged alive after a 33,000-foot fall, entering the Guinness Book of World Records for surviving the longest fall without a parachute. Volovic was a stewardess on an unfortunate Yugoslav Airlines flight from Copenhagen to Belgrade, during which the Ustash separatist group planted a bomb in the cargo. As the bomb went off, the plane crashed into the mountains, killing all 28 passengers and the entire crew, except for Vesna. She was hospitalized with a fractured skull, 2 broken legs, and 3 broken vertebrae, but managed to survive and lead a full life afterward.
Wow, how lucky
Croatian music teacher Frans Salak has had more than a few meetings with death and survived all of them. Reaching the age of 85 was not a smooth ride for Salak. At the age of 33, a train Salak was on flew off the tracks into an icy river, killing 17 passengers, but not him. With a broken arm, Salak survived this close call, only to find himself in a plane 1 year later flying across Croatia. A door on the plane was blown away, and Salak was blown out of the plane with it. Believe it or not, he survived by landing on a haystack. Only 3 years later, he was on a bus, which plunged into the river and killed 4 people. But, of course, not him.
Is this
This is not real. This is not real.
I mean,
No, it is real. It's
what
actually
the heck? This guy
That's absurd.
survived from a train,
Plane, and bus.
plane and a bus.
Now he just has to do a subway and he's got the whole
Jeez! Oh my god, it's literally like a cat, you know, has like 9 lives.
9 lives. That's absurd.
Which plunged into the river and killed 4 people. But, of course, not him. At the age of 41, the fuel tank in his car exploded, but he managed to react in time and escape certain death. Again, the same incident unbelievably repeated itself just 3 years later. 20 years after that, Salak survived 1 more car explosion and another bus accident, only to win the lottery and become a millionaire in 2003. He is truly the most unlucky lucky.
Oh my god. That's too funny. Jesus. Wait, hold on.
I think this type of story only exists in like movie.
A train, a plane, a bus, 3 car crashes.
3 or 2?
3, I think.
Okay, then bus.
And then a bus.
Okay, so 8 lives, saving 7, so
And
he
then
has maybe 2 more left.
And then he won the lottery. And became a million. No. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
That's so funny.
Become a millionaire in 2003. He is truly the most unlucky lucky person of all time.
I agree that.
Stella Maris College's Old Christians rugby union team from Uruguay had a mountain peak named after them when they tragically crashed into it while flying to Chile to play a game. The Glacier of Tears killed 12 people, leaving the others roaming through the vicious Andes on a temperature of 30 degrees below zero. Running out of the scarce food reserves they had, the survivors lost all hope when they heard via radio that the search for them had been called off. In the harsh conditions, they started dying off one by one, with the last ones standing eating their deceased friends, in a desperate attempt to keep on living. 2 of the bravest people managed to reach Chile on foot and inform the world that a group of 16 people were still out there, having survived an incredible 72 days. Anatoly Bugorsky worked as a researcher at the Institute for High Energy Physics in Prodvino. While checking a malfunctioning piece of equipment, a beam from the largest Soviet particle accelerator measured at about 200,000 rads went straight through his head. Bugorsky's face swelled up beyond recognition and started peeling off. The beam burned through parts of his face, his bone, and the brain tissue underneath. Astonishingly, although only 500 rads would normally be enough to kill a person, Bugorsky survived. His intellect was undamaged, and he continued his scientific career with much success. He did, however, lose his hearing in the left ear, with that side of his face remaining frozen due to the destruction of nerves.
Wow, that's
Rory
alright.
Sullivan was a ranger.
That's alright, I would take that. You just lose your hearing in one ear from getting like blasted with a super laser through your skull.
Oh my
I'll
god.
take that. God damn.
Here's a Superman.
This is mental. I feel like what I said at the start about getting hit by a slow train or something was pretty tame. Like, these are all worse than that. That wouldn't even make the list.
And due to the destruction of nerves. Rory Sullivan was a ranger in Virginia who made it to the Guinness Book of World Records by surviving being struck by lightning 7 times. Each strike did leave him scarred through. The lightning left him with minor injuries each time, such as the loss of a toenail or burning off an eyebrow. But some of the incidents had more serious consequences, such as setting his hair on fire, searing a shoulder, or leaving him with chest burns. Ironically, after a series of miraculous survivals, Sullivan ended his life at the age of 71 by suicide, apparently out of reasons unrelated to his bad luck when it comes to storms.
Wow.
Joe Simpson and Simon Yates dared to set on the mission of scaling the west peak of the Ciudad Grande, 20,814 feet high. The mountain is part of a mountain range in the Peruvian Andes. The ascent was made famous by Simpson's book Touching the Void, in which he describes the climbing and the falling. Simpson was wounded and fell 100 feet into an ice crevasse. He managed to survive and crawl back up to base camp. It took him 3 whole days.
Strong.
Truman Duncan.
Wait, Touching the Void, wasn't that a movie? Like the very famous one? Where, you know, it's his story.
Oh,
I
it's
think
his story.
I've seen that, where he gets trapped in this like ice dungeon
Isn't
for
it
days.
called like 72 hours?
There's another one where it's something hours, like 100 and something hours, where they're trapped and their bones are all broken and they have to sort of, by themselves, complete loneliness, complete silence everywhere, just try and sort of move somehow and get back to civilization. Saw that movie, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Camp. It took him 3 whole days. Truman Duncan had the most horrific accident you can imagine and survived it. He was just another passenger on a train when he accidentally fell off a train car in motion. He was swept underneath the speeding train and was literally cut in 2. Duncan not only managed to survive the horrible event, but he stayed conscious for the next 45 minutes. He managed to get his cell phone out and call the paramedics himself. He underwent 23 surgeries, lost both his legs and a kidney, but miraculously made it out of the hospital alive.
Oh my god, that's the craziest story. I think after this video I'm getting some anxieties about traveling on trains and planes and buses. I'm gonna walk everywhere, I think.
Wow, we're just normal people, you know, so we won't be like the second guy, you know, the unluckiest guy.
That was
You know, I think he just like angel. He got, you know, I got all the disaster on myself, and everyone's safe.
everyone else is fine. I'll take all the bad luck.
So he got reward. He got like a million.
That's his lottery prize, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the worst one.
Yeah.
He fell under a train. I guess he got cut here, like his middle part got cut right across. Lost both his legs, and got his phone out.
Jesus.
Hello, I've been cut in half. Can someone come and get me, please?
Yeah. Sorry. I don't have a leg. I can't find my legs. I've just been cut in 2. Wow.
Or imagine trying to get your phone out of your pocket, but your pocket is.
But
like over there.
luckily his phone is not in 2. Oof.
Let's keep going.
Wow.
Miraculously made it out of the hospital alive. Aaron Larston was on a canyoneering trip in Blue John Canyon when a boulder fell on him. The boulder pinned his arm down, making it impossible for Larston to move. He tried to lift and break the boulder, but after 5 days he realized it was no use. Dehydrated and delirious, Larston finally got the courage to amputate his own arm. He managed to snap his own bone and eventually cut his arm off entirely, finally freeing himself from the boulder. Robert Evans, a 46-year-old homeless man, was a victim of a hit and run. He was patched up in the hospital and sent away soon after. On his way back to his camp, he got into yet another accident. He was hit by a train. To be more precise, he was knocked off a narrow railroad bridge and landed in a creek. Evans ended up back in the hospital only 7 hours after his initial accident. It's pretty miraculous that he survived being hit by a car, then a train just hours later. Marlo Prosperi took part in a 1994 marathon called the Marathon of Sands. Taking place in Morocco, the marathon was unfortunately swept away by a sandstorm, which caused Prosperi to lose his way and left him stranded in the desert. Running in the wrong direction, he ended up in Algeria, where he took refuge in an abandoned mosque. He survived 9 days by drinking his own urine and eating bats and snakes before he was found by a nomadic family who took him to an Algerian military camp where he was hospitalized.
Wow. That's good. That's solid survival skills. He ran to another country.
You know, before you ask me the question, like, you know, survive the impossible.
Yeah, prediction.
In that time, I thought shark, but actually, no shark in this story.
That wouldn't make it to this video. This video
like,
is
all
upper
these
level.
things is like after my imagination.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
You won't even like you write script. You won't like sometimes like, this guy just got two disaster happened just in a few hours.
Yeah.
And the second guy, you won't like even write a script.
No, if you told me one of those stories, like at the start when I said, "What's your prediction?" If you said one of those, I would be like, "Nah, come on."
Yeah,
come
that
on.
won't be
That's
true
ridiculous.
story.
Like shark attack, people have been attacked by sharks and had their leg bitten off by a shark or stuff like that. That doesn't make it to this video. That doesn't make it to this. This is up levels.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was really fun, actually, do this type of video.
I start to believe that some people are just made of iron, steel, or some people are just, Superman, superpower, and some are just simply so lucky.
I think it must just be luck, complete luck. Most people, if they get hit by a train, they're dead. So maybe it's just the angle, it didn't hit him full on in the face because he would be dead. It just sort of hit his arm and he went off to the side or something like that.
Can't believe that guy got
just luck.
Lightning hit 7 times.
The lightning hit 7. I've heard that story before. Rory Sullivan got hit by lightning 7 times. I've heard that before. You must be annoyed because it's so unlucky to get hit by lightning. The chances are so small. You'd be like, why couldn't I just win the lottery or something? That's more likely than get hit by lightning 7 times. How could I not have just done that? Wow. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.
See you next time.
See you on the next one.